What's up, Goddess Gang? Today we are back with another video, and today I'm very excited. So if you saw my last upload, then you already know what time it is, and if you haven't, go back and watch it so you can be caught up to date. Today we're going to be using the Rose Builder Pink. Well, we're not going to be using it. We're going to be designing the nails that we already did using that product. So if you haven't seen that video, be sure to go check it out as well. We got Let It Snow in the cut. So you guys, this is from last year from Madam Glam, and I absolutely love this color. It's amongst some of my all-time favorites. This one, Frosty, Hollow Night, all of them I really love. So I wanted to incorporate this color into the nail art set because we're doing a special edition nail art challenge. It's called the Sisterhood of Evolution. You guys have heard me talk about it before. I'm going to go ahead and post the flyer right here so you can see. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller so it's not in the way. But I did extend this nail art challenge so anyone can participate, anyone's free to join, and it's super fun. Now, I've already created one set for this challenge, and it was an XXL set, and I painted the nails. You guys can go over my Instagram at ScorpionGoddessNails and see that set, or just scroll back in the videos because I did create it and I filmed it for you guys. That one was good, but it wasn't perfect, and I really wanted to do something that felt very extra but also very perfect. I felt like the first set that I did was just practice. So I'm gonna go ahead and create essentially um a Frenchie. This one's gonna be a Frenchie. I think I don't hold on with that. The nails are right here. Okay, yes, I was thinking we have two Frenchies on this set. Do we have two or three? Yes, we have two Frenchies on this set. So we're going to create two Frenchies. The rest of them are just going to be all with that blue color, Let It Snow. But for the Frenchies, I wanted to incorporate this one, which is a new color that we received. It's called Keep the Change by Madam Glam. You guys know that you can save 30% on all of their products with my discount code GoddessNails30. But I thought that there was something about that blue and brown together that was giving like denim leather-esque. So I really wanted to I actually just didn't know what I was going to do. I had an idea in mind for how I wanted to execute the design, but when it came to the products and the colors, I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do. But we did go ahead and use all Madam Glam gel polish colors on this set. We do have some other products featured, but they are not gel polish. They are actually for the design portion of the nail set, which you guys are going to see. And if you saw the sneak peek, then I bet you cannot wait to see what we created. So if you haven't already, definitely be sure to go ahead and hit the like button, the subscribe, and ring the notification bell. I really would appreciate it. This nail set, I really want to focus on being able to use a feather like weight for my hand for all of the lines because I didn't want them to be bulky. There's a couple things you have to do. You have to move it very lightly over the nail, but you also can't let the polish build up at the bottom of the tip of the brush, if that makes sense, because it drops more polish and then the lines get thicker as you go. Like you can see on some of them, they look pretty thick. So anytime that I felt that I could do better, I just went ahead and wiped it off and tried over. But what gives them a jean look that feels more authentic, I feel, is when the stitches are very small. It makes it look more like jeans. So if you're going to do a jean nail set, just keep that in mind because it will help you. It helped me. Once I learned that, which actually I was able to learn through this nail set, then from there I realized that if I would just focus on making it look very like stitches instead of just lines, then it's going to come together looking like a real denim nail set. So I want to tell you guys a little more about this challenge. It's an exclusive special edition nail art challenge and everyone is invited to participate. The Sisterhood of Evolution nail art challenge will be a freeform space where all walks of life and skill levels are invited to showcase their beautiful nail art and creative expertise. And this will be the first ever tiered nail art challenge. So we have 3 tiers: beginners, intermediate, and advanced. and you guys can go over on Instagram to read all of the specifics, but basically the beginners is mostly just like gel polish and easy application, and then the next tier is intermediate where there's a little bit more incorporated, but it's not limited to that. And then of course tier 3 is like where everything, like this nail set for example, is definitely a tier 3 nail set. So just stay tuned to see that. And then basically how it works is that each participant will select the tier that they feel best suits their expertise level. And then once you select your tier, you comment on the Instagram post and you share which tier you'll be participating in. Originally, I did say that there was only allowed to be one entry per tier. Per person. So that would be a cap of 3 entries per person. I may have changed that. I'm not sure. I may have said it in another video. So it's kind of hard for me to decide. But if you are inspired to create a lot of nail sets, I guess that you should let me know and we can discuss it. Because I'm not sure that I said that, but I feel like I almost feel like I did say that. And if I did, I don't want anyone to feel bad if I forgot that I said that. I probably was very excited. Um, but anyways, all the designs submitted must incorporate denim and encapsulate the sisterhood we have cultivated amongst the Goddess Gang. And then you'll review the selected tier guidelines and follow the official submission rules to submit your entry. All right. And it says each participant should complete a full set of 5 nails working within their selected tier level. It says participants will create nail art designs inspired by denim jeans and the sisterhood of evolution within the Goddess Gang. So essentially, 1 entry per tier was the cap, but typically we allow up to 5 entries. So if you do create a couple of extra entries, do not feel bad. Just let me know, okay? All right, next up, we have the guidelines. So you guys can review the guidelines on your own. You know that our judging panel is based on a scale 1 through 10 on 3 levels of criteria, which are creativity, execution, and overall wow factor, or wow factor. Yep, overall wow factor. So was that what it was? Overall wow factor? It used to be something else, but we changed it to wow factor. And I'm trying to see if we have any other updates. So that nail art challenge was originally until September 29th, but I'm going to go on the record and say that we're going to extend it until I think December 16th. So we're going to extend that one until December 16th. Let's see. I got to write this down. Okay, December 16th. So you guys have plenty of time to work on those. And that's why I did allow for more entries. So we'll have to play that by ear. But anyways, do you see how the stitches look better when they're just like super thin, not thick at all? And even like they want to be a little bit like not fully opaque. You don't want them to be fully opaque. But some of mine turned out better than others. And I tried not to let it get to me too much and mostly focus on if I did a pretty good job, because you guys are going to see from the rest of the design that we really went all in on this nail set and we created some really beautiful, beautiful, beautiful nail art. Now, when I was thinking of the sisterhood of evolution, I was thinking of like how times have evolved, and I was thinking of like all the phases of me. And while I was thinking about that, there was some things that I should have created that I didn't. There was so much work that went into this nail set. It took at least 2 days, 2 full days to like fully complete it. And I wanted to overdo it, but I was scared to like overdo it too much. and I can always go back and add more later. But for example, I created a Tamagotchi and I wanted to create a Pokédex or a Pokeball or both, but I didn't. And then when I was reflecting on it, I realized that I had included a flip phone, but I wish I would have also included like a BlackBerry. And I think that's everything, but there's other things that you could include, like you could make a little diary and the diary could have like a little key hanging from it. And I wanted my Tamagotchi to have a key ring attached to it, but I didn't deliver very well on that. And I didn't want the Tamagotchi to weigh too much because I made it magnetic. And when I would try to add anything to it, it would turn upside down. And that was a little stressful. So, funny thing about magnets is that, like, I don't know if they're being made differently these days or something, but like you can put it together and sometimes it needs to be twisted in order to like match. And I'm just like, that's just so dramatic. I don't remember magnets being that dramatic. So, um, just keep that in mind when you work with magnets because my magnet inside of my Tamagotchi was a little bit upside down as compared to the one underneath my nail. So, and yes, I put the Tamagotchi I put the magnet for the Tamagotchi one underneath the nail and then the other one inside of the Tamagotchi. So you guys are going to see that too. And here we have it so far. Does not that look like denim? Oh my gosh. You guys, I was obsessed with the nails like this. I think that's why I kind of took a break after that. And I just wore the nails like that because they were so freaking cute. So Keep the Change is a new color by Madam Glam and it is so pretty. And then we have Let It Snow. So you guys can go ahead and you can always save when you purchase. Madam Glam does have flash sales and things like that very often too. So just be sure to keep that in mind. All right, now I went ahead and took some gel. I'm going to show, yes, right there. It's a carving gel. And I think whenever you search on Shein, it comes up when you search 3D gel. So I use that and it's in a tube and it's similar to like a glue gel or a rhinestone glue or whatever in the consistency. And then I just used like a nail form sheet and I basically made a square. It was a little thick when it came to cutting, so I probably would have made it just a little thinner. You don't want to make the layer thick at all, but I also didn't wait very long for it to level out. I kind of was like in a rush. So you guys are going to see that. But what I did was I took a piece that was more or less big enough for me to draw on, and then I sized it onto my nail to get an idea of how big it would need to be. And then instead of starting big and like having to worry or being concerned about whether or not it would fit, I decided to start small in scale. And then when I noticed like, okay, I can add a little more, then you'll see that I added a little more to each side to make what this is going to be is a pocket. So to make the pocket bigger. But what my idea was is that I want the nails, like I was just sick of drawing on pockets. So instead of painted pockets, I really wanted actual pockets. And then I was thinking, how cool would it be if something was coming out of the pocket, like there were accessories that could go inside of the pocket. And I have a huge surprise for you guys. I am super proud of this nail set that I created. I'm going to talk to you guys about it in 1 minute. But originally, I came up with this idea for that nail set. And when I thought of that, I was like, okay, I'm going to do that. But this nail set is the perfect opportunity to practice to see if I can actually pull this off. So this is me executing on that idea and creating one of the best sets that I have ever created. Now I created a little boombox with music notes and I created a Gameboy, which they both look very awesome. Everything is totally hand painted all by me. And I was very impressed with when you learn the pressure to use with your nail art brush and you learn not to push down so hard or not to allow so much polish to be on the brush when you work, sometimes you have to be okay with going over the same line 5 times in order to get it to be as small as you want, but also as opaque as you want or as visible. So once I kind of realized that my art would elevate so much more if I would just be more patient and diligent, then this is what has brought me to this point where I have been able to create a nail set like this. And I am very, very proud. Another thing that I really loved is that because I used full coverage tips and I used the Madam Glam Builder Gel in the pod, I was able to get the application done very quickly. And then once that was done, it gave me the confidence time wise to take all those hours and invest them into the design, which I was super thankful for, because when I envisioned this nail art challenge, I really thought that I would be able to deliver something like this, but I never could envision it. I never knew what I was going to do. Now, this thing right here, y'all saw me unbox this from Shein, and I know this gel is too thick, so I wasn't bending it. And then I just started bending it with my fingers. And eventually I bent it enough so that it would crack a little, so that it would be easy to glue down on the nail, because this pocket is just a still pocket. And then I just added a little product on top of it to make it look pretty again. And it worked out very good. But again, so like I wanted it to be a little thick. But I would say if you're going to do this, just make the base layer a little thinner so it can be more bendable or flexible, and then add product on top of it if you would like to make it thicker. But nevertheless, I wanted this pocket to be a bit thick because I knew that I was going to add another pocket, and that pocket is going to be the functional pocket. And so the functional pocket is going to come up, it's going to have no choice but to come up fairly high off of the nail. So my goal with the pinky nail was to create a regular closed pocket, but build it up enough to where it gave the same depth illusion as the other pocket. So that's why it looks pretty raised off the nail, but also because it was the pinky nail, I didn't want to make it too bulky because then it wouldn't really turn out. So here's our Tamagotchi, our little flip phone, our music notes. Oh, and I created a Furby. And also our Game Boy, and I really love them all. Oh my God, I'm so obsessed. I'm gonna make more like this. And if you guys are ever interested in purchasing nail charms like this, just let me know. You can always custom order them and we can set that up, because I really enjoy making these, and they set this nail set off. Look at that. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. Did you see that? It is literally so effing cool. Little Tamagotchi. And you guys, I had to do the Tamagotchi 3 to 4 times before I could get it decent, and it still wasn't perfect. So it's not as easy as it looks. But by this time, I should have used a different medium. I was using the green gooey stuff for this, and I should have just used a like one of the 5D gels. I don't know why I didn't. That was weird. I should have. I think it was out of sight and out of mind. But yeah, so whatever. It is what it is. I created a half circle on parchment paper and then put the magnet on top of it, and then created another half circle over it. So that was an epic failure. But did you guys see that, or did it just go straight over your head? Did you guys see that? That was so freaking awesome. That is so epic. Watch this, y'all. Look. Tamagotchi. Okay. You guys see that other pocket up there? It's not looking too bulky at all. It's looking pretty fair to when you compare it to the other one. They're looking, look at it. Oh my gosh. I'm obsessed. And then watch. Shoo. We got our freaking flip phone in our pocket, y'all. It is just so lit. And then we got our Tamagotchi. I love it so much, you guys. This is probably my favorite nail set that I have ever created. easily between the products. Do you see how there's that holographic like mirrored tint coming off of the blue jeans, and then that copper keep the change color, and then you got the white stitching, which is super neat, and then you got the it's just, you guys haven't even seen the Game Boy and the boombox yet, and the Furby. So the Furby, he became my best friend. Like, how cute is he? I could have, I feel like I could have probably done better. I didn't really like how he turned out that much, but I really honestly did, because I thought it was cute that it looked like an art piece. It's just like, oh, that is so adorable. And I ended up gluing him on my thumb. And so for about a week, he was there being my friend, and his ears kept getting caught on everything. But look at the boombox. How freaking crazy. The speakers, the cassette part with the heart, everything. And then we got our Game Boy. I tried to make it all look like cartoonish, but also real to life. And so, especially with the Game Boy, look how beautiful. It is so beautiful. I am so obsessed. So drop comments down below and let me know how you like this. And if you would like to see more nail sets like this, because I had a lot of fun creating them, and I'm actually going to invest in more product to create more sets like this. The reason I don't do them more often is because not only are they time consuming, but they also require a lot of product. But when you do create nail sets like this, then you can see how to use versatility with each medium. So the Tamagotchi, I could have used a different medium and it would have been easier than it was. And I wish I would have been more mindful of that before. But like the Game Boy, I just did 2 squares and kind of glued them together. And the cell phone is like all just gel polish. It's insane how you can create these things with literally just gel polish, even though I did have some 3D gel and some 5D gel. So, but nevertheless, I want you guys to give me some feedback and let me know what you think, because I'm very proud of this nail set. And let's see. We're going to go ahead and apply the rest of them. Also, if you guys have not tried the nail glue gel by Beetles, I definitely recommend it, because I had used it to apply these nails and it lasted very, very well. The nails were easy to get off, but they also stayed on, and I didn't have any popping off. I didn't have any irritation, nothing. It was insane that I was able to have like semi-permanent nails stress free without having to worry about losing one of them from it popping off or anything like that. And it was also the nails were, they also felt very strong, which I also enjoyed. Aside from that, I used this to glue all the charms onto my toenails and all the charms onto these nails. And my toenails, the charms are all still on 100%. And I have never had that experience with normal products that I would use typically. Aside from that, these, I couldn't believe that they stuck onto the nail so good. At the end of the nail set, I only had one nail that was missing a little bit, and it was the music note. The corners of it, they kind of like, they broke off because like I was being super rough, but that was simply because I didn't add enough glue. So if you really want to have a dependable and reliable product for things like that, then I recommend that one. But anyways, I definitely just want to hear you guys' feedback. I'm gonna let you go ahead and enjoy the rest of the video. There's not much left. I thank you guys so much for everything, and I pray that we see more and more and more and more and more beautiful, amazing nail art, that you guys will follow your gut instincts and you'll just let your creativity flow. Don't hold yourself back. If I would not have trusted myself to continue to let things flow. Maybe I would have never created this nail set. Also, it wasn't that easy to create the pocket. That's why I didn't film it. Like it took a lot of work, but you guys are going to see the process of how I did that in the next pocket video that I show you guys. So don't worry, you're going to see exactly how I did it. And even though these nail sets are not that easy and they also are time consuming and product consuming, they are worth it. So if you're feeling motivated and you're feeling driven to do something like this, I say you should trust your gut and go for it because you will not regret it. I am literally so proud of these nails, and it's crazy how you can like wear a whole Furby on your nail and take it everywhere with you. It was so like peaceful and relaxing having this and the boom box and the Game Boy. Now I didn't wear the little cell phone in the pocket very often, even though I could have worn it all the time. It wouldn't have come out. And then with the Tamagotchi, I didn't wear it either. But it was so cool that my nails had accessories. And if you're looking for a nail set like this and you would like me to create nails for you, you can always reach out to me and we can arrange for you to order press-ons. And I'm going to be giving you guys a lot more updates with our Goddess Gang blog and our Goddess Gang shop and a lot of things over at the blog site, products and things like that. I'm really considering creating numerous of these different little nail charms for you guys. I was very impressed by my ability to do good on the sizing of all of them, because as you can see, that one fits so well on the pinky nail and the boom box fits so well. The Furby was a little big, but I tried to think of like the size of the items in real life and scale them all down individually so that they would look like, I didn't want the boombox to be super big and the Tamagotchi to be super small, or the Game Boy to be super big and the boombox to be super small, things like that. So I tried to kind of proportion them better than I normally would try, and that has helped me a lot too. Thank you guys so much for all of your continued support. I really do appreciate it so much. Until next time, y'all, I'll holla. Peace. If you haven't already participated in our Goddess Gang Nail Art Challenge, what are you waiting for? We are inviting you to participate in the Goddess Gang Nail Art Challenge. As you guys know, it's very easy to participate. There are always at least 3 chances to win prizes on our regular themes, and on our special edition themes, we have grand prizes, mystery boxes, and the list goes on. As you may know, we are calling all nail artists and DIY creators to participate in our Goddess Gang Nail Art Challenge. It's very easy to participate. There's just 3 simple steps. Follow at ScorpionGoddessNails on Instagram to stay updated on all the challenge information and updates. Create your nail design based on the theme and officially submit your entry. You can submit up to 5 entries and they have to be submitted before the deadline. And review official submission rules so that you can ensure that your submission is officially counted at the end. When it comes to your nail design, every single theme is different, so be sure to check our Instagram for all of the details. And don't forget, you must review the official submission rules to make sure that your entry is officially counted. Everyone who participates has a chance to win first, second, or third prize ranking. And if you participate and we're running a special raffle, then you'll get an extra chance to win. So be sure to check us out on Instagram, on YouTube, and at www.ScorpionGoddessNails.blog so you can learn more about the Goddess Gang Nail Art Challenge.